Sometimes they are shocked just a bit too much. Imagine if a naked, super hot woman knocked on your door. You would be in a slight state of shock, and wouldn't believe your eyes. You would not believe that after so many years of thinking about it, it can actually happen in real life. Maybe you would be so in shock that you wouldn't play your best game and would quickly annoy her and she would go away. So the same is with chicks. For years they are dreaming of a guy who is not an excuser, but a real alpha and who will express his interest in them. They make themselves more beautiful from early childhood just so they could attract a special guy when he comes along. They put makeup for hours, spend all their money on clothes, and read magazines with all the beauty tips, and finally, it really happens. Shark comes along, and he didn't invent any excuses for himself to jump over. Then the girls will sometimes stay paralyzed, and will don't know what to do, cause they are so afraid of fucking it up and ruining the fantasy. She has played with prince and princess dolls when she was a kid. Do you remember how boys play war games and girls play with nice Barbie dolls, and there is always a beautiful doll and her prince? So she may be stunned. When that happens, don't laugh at her and don't run away, cause you will then show her that everything you just said is a fake, and she will hate you forever. It is like a hot chick is actually an ugly chick with silicone breasts, ass and face, and all of that falls off. That will happen to you if you don't behave congruent with your first sentence. So, gently gesture with your right hand that you expect her to give you her hand. Then she will do it. If she doesn't, it really doesn't matter. Also, sometimes she will be very happy. It happens on any of these openers. But she will not give you her hand. Doesn't matter. You will just introduce yourself later when the time comes. Some time ago in a very popular club, I was talking with my buddies, and then went to leave them for a minute. So in front of everybody, some guy I didn't know asks me, "Where am I going?" And I say, "I will go and see which is the most beautiful chick, and get her." They were not so shocked, cause they knew me, but that is what I suggest to all of you to do when somebody asks you those boring society questions, like, "Why are you going to that club?" Your answer, "Cause the hottest chicks are there." Or you meet someone and they ask you, "Why are you alone?" Then just say, "Well, I'm alone, cause I've come here to meet some super girl." You must first manage to say it, if you ever plan to do it. If you don't even say it out loud, in some society zombie face, then no chance to pull it off. So, when you'll be going out alone, that is your mission, by the way, I order you not to excuse yourself, and when somebody asks you, tell him that. You will feel how big power you will have after you manage to spend the night in club alone. If you go with a guy who still is not a full playboy, then the society programs in your heads will try to destroy you. How will they do that? You will start analyzing, inventing reasons that the hot chick that you would like to get now is actually not so hot. Then you will spend half an hour of trying to explain why your last Sarge blew off. And when you finally see a smoking hot chick, you will not know who should approach her first. Actually, your society programs will multiply. So if you never went out alone before, do it today. To tell you how I approached the chick when I left my buddies. Instantly I went to the place in club which is elevated and has a lot of light. Remember, the hottest chicks want to be seen and they will hang out on most visible places only. So there I see a blonde in tight jeans and a hot top moving gently to the music. By the way, I know how to do dance floor also, but usually I am too lazy for that. So she is moving to the music, but miraculously there is nobody close to her. In cases like that, believe me, she is not alone in the club. The hot chicks have those loser admirers that drive them around and buy them drinks, which hope that she may one day get drunk and that he will score. Of course, that doesn't happen, so the admirers sometimes She can have dozens of them, supplicate all the time for nothing. But they're usually in the shadows, lurking like trolls, watching her move her tight ass and her body, and throwing her hair around. They will not fuck her, but will do anything to ruin your day. So this is one of the tactics I've always been using. I approach her with, "Hey, do you know who you remind me of?" She stunned. Of course, I forgot to add that I jumped on the pedestal, and facing her went immediately to her ear and touched both of her shoulders with my hands. After waiting for a split second, I say, "Of somebody I should meet." She's so happy and enjoying. Now comes the most critical part. Remember, you are the leader, you initiate things. So I jumped on her pedestal and managed to get my opener to work. Now comes a moment where many guys fuck it up. If it happens to you, don't worry, just listen through the audio again and memorize what I told you to have a clear mind with a girl. Many guys execute all this well, but then have no clue what to do and expect that the girl will take them by hand and to the bed. Well, it just doesn't work that way. You must lead. Somebody once told me that you must do all the work yourself. That is not quite right, because it is not work at all. Just in your head it seems like work, because society program is using everything to stop you. So I knew that admirers and possibly some boyfriend are lurking in the shadows of the club. So immediately after the opener, I burst into talk. That way I will fool those losers into thinking that the two of us are friends from before, and they will never block us. Hot girls have a lot of experience. They will know what you are doing, but she will enjoy it, 'cause she is fed up with excuses in her life. So we are now both on the pedestal, gently dancing, and I am talking into her ear. Chicks tend to go into a trance state when dancing, so just talk simple, happy stuff to her. Now I could have gone two ways. First way is to try to get her off the dance floor and then kiss. But second way is to try to kiss her then and there. There is one move I use for the chicks that are dancing. I take my hands and gently go along the sides of her body, from armpits to butt, touching the breast casually on the sides, so it is not groping, but will still arouse her. I compliment her on how she has a magical smile. You know what's funny? They really buy into this smile thing. You must use your talking skills while dancing. A few remarks said tactfully in her ear will make all the difference. That's amazing. Just before I wanted to kiss her, she runs to the toilet. I didn't expect it to be easy. She's the hottest in club, and those girls don't surrender easily. It's stupid to be on the pedestal, so I get off and see her walking somewhere, but not in my direction.